All right, so we are back in our AWS Management Console, and the first service we will explore will be IAM, Identity Access Management. So let's go to the search bar here and just type IAM. You will see when I type this service, there are search results for that and everything matching more or less this search result is given here. So right now, we will go to the IAM itself, so let's click it. And it is, as I mentioned, Identity and Access Management. So this is actually the service why we are able to log in to our AWS account. So each account at the beginning by default is being created with a root user, with a corresponding also email, which we gave under the registration. And this user has access to everything like administrative rights. The best thing that we can do right from the start, after our first login to the root account, is to set up MFA for that. So let's see here that we already have a security recommendation that add MFA for root user. And the one thing that is on the green, that the root user has no active access keys. Access keys is another possibility to use AWS, but then instead of logging in to the console, we are creating what's so-called access key and secret access key, and those credentials are being used to access AWS programmatically, let's say through the CLI in our terminal console on our computer, either Linux or Windows or macOS. But on the CLI node, we will talk just very briefly at the end of this course. So today and right now, let's set what we wanted to do here. So add MFA for our root user. I will click add MFA, and here we can set up the device name and device type. There are three possibilities that we can set ourselves an MFA in AWS. One thing is a passkey or security key, so authenticate using your fingerprint, face, or screen lock, create a passkey on this device, or use another device like FIDO2 security key. The second possibility, and this is a quite common one, is Authenticator Lab, like Authy or Google Auth. So that's the second. And the third one is hardware TOTP token, so authenticate using a code generated by hardware TOTP token or other hardware devices. You would need to choose the MFA as you see fit, but today we will go with a passkey or security key. So I will click next, device name, let's call it AWS Auth. I will click next. And here I got a message about accessing my passkey, so this will be done on the software level. But if you would, let's say, choose the Authenticator app, then you would be presented with a code or a QR code that you can scan into your app, and then you would need to give the codes. So I will allow that. And the MFA is being set right now. So when I will right now log out of this account, and let's go sign into the console, and let's switch to sign in using root user email. About this particular sign up form with the account ID or account alias, we will talk in future videos. But for now, let's get back to our root, learn.briefly, password, and our authentication. So from the macOS, it's being done this way. And we are currently logged in back with the MFA setup for our root account. And if I will navigate to IAM, you can see that security recommendations, we have a nice green tick mark here. So that's all for this particular video, and see ya in another one.